What's up, Tiger Nation? Kurt Stubbs at Talkin Tigers here with your Week 8 delayed reaction. Friday night, the Tigers were in the ditch against Groveport-Madison, a pair of 4-3s, locking up, and it was the Tigers rolling to a 42-0 victory. This was a game that didn't start real fast for either team. We ended up just kind of grinding it out, kind of what you have to do against Groveport. It was evident early that the Cruisers were not going to be able to do much offensively. So if we were able to put a couple touchdowns on the board, I felt pretty good, unless we did something completely crazy as far as turning it over in our own end or anything like that. But as far as the game being in doubt, once we got a couple of touchdowns on the board, I kind of felt like it was going to be a W. Even from, I thought Hicks did a good job of, Logan Hicks doing a good job of pinning them deep. Anytime you're making Groveport drive the length of the field, it's going to be really tough for them with their offense. I think the freshman quarterback, Baker Bowden, is going to be pretty good at some point. I think they got to let him turn it loose a little bit more, let him use his athleticism and maybe open it up a little bit more. But obviously I'm not there every day. They are the coaching staff at Groveport, but that offense right now just is not conducive to being able to overcome any type of deficit against a good team. And I would put us in that category of being a good team. So it ended up being 42-0. We're on to two rivalry games to end the year. Lancaster, which has, I believe, Lancaster's 4-4, which is going to be a nice point game for us. And then we close the season against Reynoldsburg, who has just a single win on the season. But this Lancaster game coming up is a big game in terms of points for us. We catapulted up into that 4 spot, that coveted 4 spot, because that gives you 2 home games in rounds 1 and round 2, which we are definitely wanting with the success we have in Tiger Stadium. So getting that 4 spot is key. Looking at these numbers, obviously there's so many variables in the last couple of weeks that could happen. A win here that could be a game changer for a team to move up a spot or move down a spot. Right now, just kind of even lowballing it, I think we're pretty comfortable in that 4 spot. Here's the team, though, if everything falls their way, first and foremost, they have to win out. Upper Arlington, sitting in 7th. They've got 2 big point games remaining. They got Dublin-Kaufman, which is a rivalry game, and then Hilliard-Davidson, another rivalry game to close the season. So if they are able to win both of those games, and this is kind of how I'm looking at it, the teams they have beat, so Reynoldsburg has to win 1 out of those 2 for them. Big Walnut is probably going to win 1 of their 2. Westerville Central is interesting. I could see them definitely winning both, but they're going to win 1 of those 2. Groveport-Madison, I can definitely see them winning both of their games, which obviously would help us as well. And then Olentangy Orange, I think, is either a win or no wins to close the season. But if everything happens the way UA needs it to happen, they could push in front of us. But if they don't win, it's a moot point if they don't win both of these games to close the season, Kaufman and Davidson. And again, I'm assuming that we're going to win both of our games to end the season. But UA definitely has to win both of those games and have some things go their way from the opponents that they've beat to pass us. If not, we're going to be sitting pretty in that 4 spot. Westerville North's right behind us right now. They don't have enough juice in their remaining schedule. Kilbourne's coming up. They have not won a game, and Scioto's won 2 games. So they're not going to have enough help. And a lot of their schedule, is D2, and they even have it at D3 win over Chillicothe. So they're not going to have enough juice to get by us. It's the team that we're looking at is Upper Arlington. They have to win out, and things have to go right for them in those second level games. But feeling pretty confident right now that we're going to end up in that 4 spot and play the 13 seed, whoever that is, and hopefully get by that game and then get another home game in week 2 of the playoffs. Those top 3 is going to be interesting, man, these last couple weeks. Bradley, currently 8-0. Pick North 8-0. Gahanna 8-0. Would love to see a 9-0, 9-0 game in week 10 between Gahanna and North. I'm just interested to see how those 3 teams are going to fall in terms of 1, 2, and 3. If we finish 4th, we're going to be up in the top half of the bracket with the 1 seed. Do we want to be up there with Bradley? Do we want to be up there with North? I think we know the answer to the Gahanna question, but I'm interested. How are those 3 how is that going to play out in the last 2 weeks in terms of order of finish? Because those are your 1, 2, 3s. It's just order of finish, as I said last week. So a lot to still be solved here. Right now, at Talkin Tigers is kind of telling you win out, and there's a really good chance we're going to be in that 4 seed, just like we were last year. So hopefully that is how it plays out. If I'm right, it was all me. If I'm wrong, my calculator messed up. All right. So look forward to getting the preview for week 9 out later in the week. The Lancaster Golden Gales and the Tigers will meet for a chance for the Tigers to go to 6-3 on the season.